Ignoring orders to turn planes around, why a federal judge says the Trump administration needs to be held accountable for deportations. Fighting to stop the dissolving of his district, why an eastern Indiana superintendent is standing up to state legislation.
I'm always care about them, because at any time they can get me.
Fearing he could be next. Now on Daybreak, why a local student here on a visa says his future hangs in the balance.
And it's looking like we have that wet weather from the shower-filled afternoon leaving. However, tomorrow night, some of the severe weather out west will make its way into town.
News 8 Midday starts now.
Here's a live look outside on Monument Circle. It looks like there's a little bit of fog going on. And Drew, I know there's a Pacers game this weekend. We could possibly expect some rain. What can you tell the fans? What should they expect?
I think they're going to expect more rain than what's currently going on outside. We're on the wet side thanks to those earlier showers, but we could unfortunately have storms going on during that Saturday evening event. So let's talk about the weather for tonight, where conditions this evening, again, not too bad, honestly, here in Indiana. Rain still active, maybe a few very light showers east of Fort Wayne, but in general, that is leaving. Coming our way is a healthy low pressure system. Could be some severe weather tomorrow night, but tonight we're quiet. We'll talk more coming up.
A federal judge says there is a probable cause to hold the Trump administration in criminal contempt of court for what that judge says is violating his order to stop planes from leaving amid deportations. The planes had been carrying migrants to a notorious prison in El Salvador. Last month, the judge accused administration officials of rushing migrants out of the country before they could challenge their removal in court. Trump administration contends the planes were already in the air and thus not subject to the ruling. The Trump administration says it will appeal. A U.S. senator from Maryland says El Salvador's government won't let him see a man from Maryland wrongly deported to that nation. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is at the center of another legal standoff between the White House and the judicial branch. The Justice Department acknowledges immigration authorities sent Abrego Garcia to El Salvador by mistake. But the Trump administration so far has ignored a Supreme Court order to facilitate his return. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen went to El Salvador. He met with the country's vice president. He was told the nation's government could not return Abrego Garcia. The senator took aim at the White House for referring to the Maryland father as a gang member with no proof.
That President Trump and our Attorney General Pam Bondi and the Vice President of the United States are lying when they say that Abrego Garcia has been charged with a crime or is part of MS-13. That is a lie.
Abrego Garcia has never faced charges. The Justice Department has said in court filings his deportation was an administrative error. County jails in Indiana will soon have to notify federal authorities if they think someone in custody is in the country illegally. State representatives passed the final version of the bill compelling local cooperation on immigration issues. Earlier versions called for police departments to make such notifications too. If Governor Braun signs the bill into law, jail staff will have to notify the sheriff if they suspect someone in custody is in the country illegally. The sheriff would then notify Immigration and Customs Enforcement. An Ivy Tech student is worried as the ACLU is suing the federal government for revoking 7 student visas. The man is from Haiti and studying under temporary residency. He started studying at Ivy Tech under a Biden administration program that allows students from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela to apply for temporary residency for up to 2 years. He has applied for a visa but hasn't heard back. He's worried he could be next.
Always care about them, because at any time they can get me. I know I'm not illegal. I'm legal, so I just have a pending status, but there's a lot of things that happen right now. They don't have to know if you're legal or not, so they want to take you.
The ACLU lawsuit says the Department of Homeland Security is violating the students' Fifth Amendment rights by changing their statuses. IMPD says they seized 9 guns and over $34,000 in cash in a drug bust. Police say they arrested 33-year-old Richard Watkins and 25-year-old Howard Harris Jr. after witnessing a drug deal. Police say they also recovered 13 pounds of marijuana, 14 ounces of meth, and 12 ounces of fentanyl. Watkins and Harris face drug dealing charges, and Watkins is charged with possession of a machine gun. There's no word yet on an arrest or a motive in a shooting in broad daylight that left 3 people injured on the east side, but police say a person of interest was detained. Happened just before 4 yesterday afternoon on Wayne Drive and North Irvington Street. IMPD says a man and a woman showed up with gunshot wounds at Community East Hospital. They're in critical condition, but police say they also found a man shot at a home near the scene. Officers say he is stable.
I don't know what's heard about the east side, but around this area it's very quiet. It's very peaceful. It's normal. By 9 o'clock, you pretty much know every car who's riding up and down the street or, where they're going, who they are.
Investigators say they think the people involved in the shooting knew each other. Falling short on the state budget, what one prediction says about what's left of the legislative session.